of them. This is mainly an industrial site. That's what we know for.
So I do know that DTE has been in the area over the last 4 weeks to address concerns from our customers about a natural gas odor. We did make repairs in the area, and then our safety testing equipment confirmed that there was no longer a gas leak before we left. We encourage and urge all residents that if you do smell a gas leak or suspect a gas leak, that you please leave the area at once, call 911, and then contact DTE or contact your natural gas provider. We investigate every one of those suspected gas leak calls. Thank you.
Thanks. Any questions?
So what's the first step in this? I spoke to Senator Chang earlier today. She says the building needs to be demolished so that crews can get underground to see exactly what happened. So can you walk us through the timeline of what to expect?
So DTE is doing a repair to the gas line, and they estimated that will be done sometime early this evening. Once that is completed, then the utilities have to make sure that they're disconnected from the building, then we can demolish the building.
And then what happens?
Then the investigation will begin into the ground that you see behind us, so they'll start excavating and evaluating what occurred.
Can you elaborate a little bit on the gas fume issue that the neighborhood was experiencing over these last couple of weeks? So is this a bigger footprint than what we're currently seeing right here? And what's been happening with that?
I'll allow Renee to take that one.
Again, as I said before, we respond to every one of the suspected calls that come in regarding a gas leak, and those that we do determine there is a leak, we obviously will make that repair. We will confirm with our equipment that there no longer is a gas leak. So again, if our residents or customers do suspect that there's a leak or do smell gas, again, we ask that you call us immediately, and we respond to those, and we are required by the Michigan Public Service Commission to respond within a reasonable time frame, and that's less than 30 minutes to respond to every single one of those leaks.
I will say that we're working with EPA, Eagle, and our Detroit Health Department that have been consistently performing air quality samples and will continue to do so.
And on that note, there are residents, I think we've all talked to neighbors who are concerned about their safety right now. What do you want to say to them?
We're ensuring that they are safe. As we know, there was no explosion here, so that is the main point we want to get out. There was a slow growth of something that happened underneath. Their water is fine, and they have no disruption in their other utilities.
So how concerned are you about whatever that substance was that's led to this?
We've talked to a lot of experts, and they all have said they've never seen anything like this. So it is very intriguing to us, and we can't wait to get in there to see what caused this.
Like you're confident there isn't a danger to the folks who live in surrounding areas because they have been complaining about that gas.
Yes, we're sure of that.
You said 4 weeks ago when neighbors reported smelling gas, you say when you left there was confirmation that there was no leak, but prior to that, had there been a leak?
When we responded to the calls that came in, we did repair a leak when we were on site. So the leak is repaired before we leave, and we confirm that again with our equipment. The safety of our customers and our employees is our number one priority, and so we ensure that before we leave any situation.
I'm sorry, she's been.
You have no idea why it's still moving up and it hasn't collapsed, right? Once the leak happened?
Right, we can't get in there to investigate until after the gas is repaired.
And you expect that to happen early this evening?
Yes.
And then you can get in there?
Yes. Well, we're going to demolish the building first, so that'll either be tonight or first thing in the morning.
And no residents have to be evacuated for that, correct?
That's correct. No resident has to be evacuated.
I spoke to some frustrated folks who are asking why they weren't notified when this initially happened. They were getting a lot of their updates through the media.
We initially coordinated with all of our partners here to determine what happened, and there was a notice that went out yesterday afternoon.
Was that a letter or email or?
It's a normal service advisory. I believe DTE along with the City of Detroit helped publish that.
Okay. There's also some folks I've been talking to who said that there were filled gas tanks underground. Have you heard or seen anything to that effect?
I am not aware of that.
Okay, so you don't know.
No, I don't know.
And there's no, even from a initial standpoint, there's no idea what caused this at all.
Right, that is correct. We do not know.
You mentioned there wasn't an impact to the water, but I've been talking to neighbors who say the water is affected, it's not usable and running brown. Can you address those concerns?
To our knowledge and to our water experts, and I'll let Suzanne come up.
So we did isolate the water main. There was a water main break. We isolated that. Sometimes when we isolate, water will move through pipes differently and create some brown water. That happens if we operate valves or other situations like that, when water moves differently. But we did not lose pressure below a pressure that would be concerning to residents. So we are confident that the water is safe to drink.
You mentioned that you don't know yet the cause, but how are you confident that it wasn't an explosion?
Well, if you recall, we had people on site in the building, and they told us that they started to notice things shift throughout the day, and they were all standing outside when the ground began to swell. So there was no loud explosion or anything like that to confirm that.
And since I'm not an expert, how do you confirm that it wasn't a natural gas leak? Because I know that DTE had said that it's likely, it's too early to tell right now, but it's likely possibly a water main break.
Well, I think you're going down the solution, and we haven't begun the investigation yet. So all of these things could be possible, but we don't know until we can get in and do the investigation.
I can only see so much with that fence and everything there. Is that one continuous ridge? Like, what is the topography back there?
It's a big hill, and it goes down as it goes down Dearborn Street there.
Well, also, does that connect to the stash? Like, is it one thing or is it two things?
You mean the hill? How it goes? I believe it kind of goes along towards the back. That hill is the material from the business next door
No,
to
I
it.
know, but is the stash back connected to the roadway? Is it one thing or is it two things?
Oh, does it go like this? It's two different things.
It's just the one mound of pavement, right?
Right, it's the one mound of pavement here and some disruption behind the building. Yeah, in about 25 minutes or so.
Forgive me if this is redundant because I've been walking around, but what I'm confused by as a layperson is the elevation. I mean, normally when we've seen these in the past, there's a sinking, there's water
Right.
involved, etc. What would cause that?
That's what we don't know, and that's what the investigation will hopefully lead to us what caused that.
Can you elaborate what this business next to the stash is with the mounds of the black material and everything?
It is a scrapyard.
Do you know what that substance is or those hills look? I can't really make out what it is.
Yeah, I don't know for certain exactly what it is.
And with what you've got in front of you, do you even put a timeline on the closure of this area?
No, not now. I mean, these things can take weeks once you start digging into the road, because you certainly don't want to just clear it out and repave it until you determine actually what caused it.
And again, I'm sorry for the redundancy. I don't
No.
know how long you've been in your position or the others here. How unique is this? I mean, I'd like a little more context of what you're looking at and sitting here telling us, and respectfully, you don't know. I appreciate that too.
Yeah.
How unusual is what you're dealing with?
I've relied on experts that have been in the business for over 30 years, and they all have said they've never seen anything like this without some immediate cause. So because of the slow growth of this, they've never seen anything like this.
Are you talking about the expansion in particular?
The expansion of the earth that came up. I think conventional wisdoms for all those experts did not play out here, so that's why this investigation will be very intriguing. I think we've estimated it at about 7 to 8 feet.
I mean, if you're thinking there was no explosion, are we talking likely of water displacement and pushing it up? I mean, what other causes would there be?
That's what we don't know. I mean, we think all of these issues could play a part in it. So that's exactly what we're going to study.
Anything happen between the 25 minutes and 30 minutes when it just raised now?
No, I believe after the 25 minutes, everything has been steady as it is. So nothing else has shifted since then.
Are you confident that the smell of gas like a month ago had nothing to do with this?
I have to rely on DTE, and if they tell us it doesn't, and I follow that.
Yeah, I would just confirm and agree with what Hakim said, that at this point there is no indication that this was a result of a natural gas leak or a result of our infrastructure not operating as it should be. So, and we'll continue to work cooperatively with Great Lakes Water Authority, the city, the Detroit Public Works Department. Well, we do have the natural gas leak that's in the area, so we do have, that's probably what you're seeing there, and that's why our crews have been working throughout the night for the last couple of days, day and a half, to make sure that we get that stopped off immediately and continue to provide service to our customers.
Sure, and do you have an idea of how many service requests have been issued for this area?
We only had one that was in the last several weeks. I know that came in that we responded to and repaired a leak, but I don't have the exact number of calls.
And just to confirm, so there is a natural gas leak that's ongoing right now, but you don't believe an explosion led to this?
Correct. Our main behind us, our 16-inch main, is leaking right now, and that's what we are working to create a bypass for, to ensure that we're able to continue to provide service to the customers in this area and also downriver, and then stop that leak off.
Do you have a sense of how much harmful substances or looking out of that, or you're looking to?
Our environmental management system is monitoring that, and there are requirements if it exceeds over a certain threshold, there it becomes reportable, but we have been in contact with Eagle and the NRC and to all the agencies that we need to report to. That's methane. We have a small handful, less than a dozen customers that are out of service.
And again, appreciating we don't know the cause yet, is the thought possibly that the gas rupture or leak was caused by whatever caused that, as opposed to being the cause?
Yeah, again, as Hakim said, I would be speculating, and so again, we want to work cooperatively with all of the groups involved until we can determine for sure what the root cause was.
You're not, are you saying in all likelihood you don't believe it was gas that caused it, or you don't know?
I don't know, but what I'm saying is every indication that we have from our subject matter experts and what we have seen so far from the situation, we do not believe that it was natural gas related.
But this 16-inch main, that's a result of this incident, correct? What is that a result of?
Correct. Correct.
One thing we can reiterate is this is a multi-agency response. So we have representatives from Eagle, EPA, DTE, Great Lakes Water Authority, our DPW department, BC, Homeland Security, Emergency Preparedness, both at the state and local level, along with MPSC. So a lot of partners are here trying to determine what caused this, but there is no one answer right now.
Is there a geologist in any of that bunch?
I believe there is. We do have someone.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you take one more swing at a timeline question? Appreciating, you got to seal the gas, demo the building, and then what?
Right. So what we're going to do, so once DT has made seal that gas, and they're estimating sometime early this evening, if it is appropriate to demolish at that time, they'll start. It may be first thing in the morning, so they'll demolish the building and make the site safe. Then they'll begin excavating. So you're talking about a couple days of change over here.
So with luck, Wednesday, Thursday, you'll know at least a cause.
Yes, that's what we're hoping for. All right. Thank you, everybody.